Welcome back, troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. Hey, let's talk about PRS today. I don't talk about them too much, but they finally released something that caught my eye and was limited edition. And it's the new SE lineup that has sandblasted finishes. Just look at these things, how cool are they? If you're not familiar with PRS guitars, SE is basically their version of Epiphone or Squire. It means student edition, so these will be more affordable. But what makes these different from all the other ones available right now is it has a swamp ash top in place of the regular maple top or veneer. And they sandblast the top and grain fill to add color, which then gives you all these unique individual results. No two of these will be the same. Now, if you've been shopping for new guitars, you might have heard the term sandblasted before, like I had heard it with these stratocasters, which I think also look equally as cool. But what the sandblasting process does is take a look at this chunk of wood. You see how it's like all smooth and everything, but you can see all the different wood grain lines? What sandblasting does is it takes away the soft wood, leaving just the hard wood rings. And then after doing the color fill, it leaves these amazing results. Now, as for why that happens, I'll let Tim explain that.
Well, what's happening there is the hardwood rings, the rings that are formed in the winter, trees grow slower then, so the rings are harder. Then the summer and spring growth, it's faster, so the rings in between are softer wood. So that soft wood wears away and the hardwood stays.
That's also the same way that people will relic pieces of wood when they're trying to restore an old scythe or something that's supposed to look aged, because over the years that soft wood has worn away naturally. And the way that they do this is they put sand, essentially, it's like a little silica thing, it's all white and fine, has the little granules, and they load it into a machine and blast this stuff onto the wood to get rid of that soft layer. And that's how they get this really cool effect out of the wood. It doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to do, but it requires quite the setup to do. But here's the thing that really drew me in. There's only 750 of them being made, and they're exclusive to Europe only. I only want what I can't have. So naturally, it makes me want to talk about them. And it's kind of funny, I recently featured a blacktop Strat on Fender Friday that was also a UK exclusive. And hey, guess what Fender did? They released them worldwide, and we can now get them in the US. Maybe that was their plan all along, but I say that's a win for me. So I'm curious to see if PRS is doing the same thing here with just a limited edition 750 piece run for Europe, and then they'll later release something for us in the States. But it's not just one lineup of guitars, it's actually 4 different models on 2 base models. You've got the SE Custom 24 that also has a Floyd Rose variant as well as a lefty configuration. And then you can also pick it up in the SE Custom 22 format. If you're not familiar with PRS guitars, basically one has 24 frets, the other one has 22, and there's some slight differences in between them. Both are fine choices, it really just depends on personal preference. And then these are being offered in 5 different finishes. You have Fire Red, Indigo, Frozen Charcoal, Yellow, and Emerald. It's kind of hard for me to choose a favorite, and I would be scared to pre-order one of these because no two of them are going to look quite the same. Like if I ordered one of these and got one that looked like this red one, I would be very disappointed. But this one, it screams Metallica to me, like Ride the Lightning. So it'd be a tough choice between this one and the green one for my top pick, but I even like this yellow looking one too. So let me know in the comments which one you would choose. But here's where I make you guys sad. If you like the Custom 24, great, you can have all 5 color options. But if you're a lefty, you can only choose between Indigo and Fire Red. If you want a Floyd on your 24, you have to choose between Frozen Charcoal and Yellow. And if you'd like a Custom 22 like me, you're stuck with Fire Red, Yellow, and Frozen Charcoal. So, stinks for me because I would prefer the 22 variant and I would have to get a 24 simply because those are my 2 favorite colors. But these will have the same price as a regular maple-topped SE Custom 24, and they're supposed to be in stores by the beginning of October. So whenever I deal with UK exclusive stuff, I always go to Anderton's website because it's the only one that comes to my head that does new stuff and is overseas. And it looks like they're at $7.99. So for the American viewers, it's around $1,000. And sometimes you can still order from them, but once they take out the value added tax and add in shipping costs, it's about the same anyways. I almost bought the blacktop Strat. But since these have the rosewood fretboard, I'm not sure if they're willing to ship these until the whole CITES treaty gets revised. Which, by the way, if you missed it, all the rules regarding the restriction of rosewood being sent in and out of the country, having to get all that paperwork and stuff, it's coming to an end in December. That's when I'm going to be able to ship all guitars abroad again. Well, unless I get the rare Brazilian rosewood one. But I'm super pumped for that. But spec-wise here, we have a maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. We've got the bird inlays, and they're saying it's the wide, thin neck shape. And we've got the mahogany body with the swamp ash top. So, as it seems, it's just a cool limited edition with a sandblasted top. But I dig it. I think it looks cool. But you're probably wondering, what does the back look like? Is it super cool like the front? I was kind of hoping. But luckily there was a video on YouTube that showed us the back. It's just a satin black, so a little bit boring. I wish they could have done a little bit more on this, but seeing as sandblasting the wood makes it weaker, yeah, you might not want to sandblast the whole thing. So now that we know about these, let's go ahead and hear a playing sample. Question left, would you rock a sandblasted PRS or not? Leave your answer down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow on the next one. Take care.